Hey guys, welcome to the Prepping Preacher. It's Brother Tim. I hope God is truly blessing you. I hope you're having a great Labor Day. Thought I'd get to you just a short message today because, guys, I feel like we're entering a perfect storm. So stay tuned. As I said, this is the Prepping Preacher, man. I'm so glad you're here. I hope God's truly blessing you. I hope you're having a great Labor Day. This is Labor Day 2021, and I want to hit you with a short message. Now, before I do that, if you're new to us, man, and you've stopped in here, man, if you want, you can hit that subscribe button down below, ring the bell, and that way you'll get all the new videos that are coming out. And we've got a bunch of them in the pipeline that are coming, man. And it's the place here. You're going to learn how to prep, but you're also going to learn some other things. Because we are pro-God. We are pro-family, pro-life, pro-Second Amendment. That means guns. We're pro these United States of America, man. We are proud Americans. And we're also pro-military, police, and veterans, of which I am one. And I just pray for the providence and pray for the protection for all my brothers and sisters in arms that are out there. But if one of those offend you, that's why I want to tell you on the front end, if any of them offend you, well, I guarantee you there is another channel out there with your name on it. This ain't it. But if you stand on that platform also, well, then come on in, man, grab a chair and sit with us. But, yeah, I'm coming to you real quick here to tell you, man, and you know I'm not that cynical. If you've watched any of my videos, I am not a cynical man. I'm not this doomsday prepper. I'm prepping for hard times and not doomsday. I've got a guarantee on that doomsday or that apocalyptic. And that's Jesus Christ. But prepping for hard times, guys. You know, our country has seen hard times in the past, like the Great Depression. And I feel that we're on the verge of a perfect storm right now. In the way it's coming at us. And that's what I wanted to talk to you about today. I say a perfect storm because I'm seeing article after article after article, and a lot of it is stories missed. They're not picked up by the big news media, but a lot of them are AP or independent newscasters that are putting out all these articles about food shortages and due to worker shortages or the COVID or whatever it may be. But truckers, you name it, they list all these shortages, but you got to see the big picture. And that's what I'm saying. I'm not being cynical. I'm just trying to tell you that you need to get your food preps together now. And I'm not saying this so you go out and panic buy. If you've been watching this channel for the last 6 months, you've already probably put some up and probably have got a good supply up. But I'm telling you that you need to try to put a little more up because we don't know how long this thing is going to last when it does hit. I've noticed that there's about, I don't know, maybe 4 or 5 different kinds of people out there. There's one, the oblivious. They have no earthly idea what's going on in the world, and they just go from day to day. And then you got the second one, they store a little. And I noticed this on our last trip we went, that a lot of people, and when you ask this question, a lot of people don't have but 1 or 2 days of food stored up in their house, and if that. And so they have little to next to none. Now, a third group of the preppers, and these are the ones that, I don't know how to explain this. They kind of missed the boat. They say, well, I have guns and ammunition, and and when it comes down to that, I can get food. Well, yeah, Skippy, but the hardcore preppers, they got guns and ammunition too, brother. They're not pacifists. And so I don't think it'll be too many trips to a prepper's compound before you realize you've done bit off more than you can chew. It's kind of like poking that snake with a stick. And so, you know, you've got that group, and I'm going to guarantee you, most people are going to run out of canned goods before they run out of bullets, but that's beside the point. But then you got the other group, this fourth group, they said, well, I'm going to hunt. We can go out and we can hunt. Well, that's great, but there's only 15% of us are living in rural areas. And so that means everybody else is thinking the same thing, or a lot of people are. If you've never hunted deer on public land, then you don't know what I'm talking about. But man, it looks like a Black Friday sometimes on that public land if you wanted to go hunt deer. It's hard to kill a deer on public land because there's so many people coming out. Now you think about it, if their families are starving, how many people are going to think that they're going to be hunting to provide for their family? The people in the suburbs, I'm not even going to count the urban people. I'm just saying the people in the suburbs. So that group, and also check your history. During the Depression, rabbits and deer and a lot of the meat animals, they were almost put to extinction in a lot of areas because of the increased pressure that were put on the herds that were there. Now we have an overabundance of deer where I'm at right now, but that won't last long if the balloon goes up, if it goes bad, if the stuff hits the fan. My herds of 10, 12 that we're seeing here will be cut down to nothing. So yeah, then you got the last group, and that's the guys that are wise. That's the ant. If you go to Proverbs 6, that's the ant that's storing up for the harvest. Now this is fall. If you're seeing the leaves fall here, and I love this time of year, man. Hunting season starts, praise God. Football season starts. The leaves start turning. It gets beautiful in the hills of Tennessee. But it's also coming up on harvest time. And guys, I'm telling you right now, it's time for you to harvest. It's time for you to put up. Because like I said, we're coming up on so much. I'm seeing so much coming down the pike. The thing is, we could see reasons for doing this. Number one, another shutdown. We have the Delta variety. I think they're saying it's 1,500 people dying a day. They keep popping the numbers up there like they did when this first started. Also, you've got the Mu variant, MNU, Mu, the Greek letter. It's coming in, and they're saying it's possible vaccine resistant, which it sounds a lot like the Delta is vaccine resistant. And we've got another one, a C.1.2, that's in South Africa right now. That's got them worried too in the World Health Organization. I see old Fauci out there saying, yeah, we need to watch these. So I'm wondering if they're priming the pump for another shutdown. And now you say, well, a shutdown won't affect me that much on the food wise because, they still had the stores open. But what you got to remember is the employees hadn't even really got back to work in a lot of places. And not only that, but at the store, at your Walmart or Kroger or H-E-B, wherever you go, but also the production, because I'm seeing article after article, articles like I'm talking about, like this one, saying restaurants not getting orders. Now, Cisco is having problems supplying. They backed out, Cisco, and if you don't know who they are, they're a huge food distributor in the U.S., and a lot of institutions and a lot of restaurants use them for supply. Well, Cisco has backed out of a lot of contracts with people one that I read of, they backed out of a Kansas City school system of supplying the food to the schools. And you'll see article after article about schools are having to deal with food shortages and higher prices. Article that UN Food and Ag Organization said prices are up 33% globally. Yeah, we're seeing it. Another article here that I'll pop up here, global soybean shortage. Well, you're saying, you don't eat edamame or you don't eat soybeans. Well, yeah, but soybeans are a critical part of our feed system and of our food system and being used for different things, soybean oil. And so now they're at a global shortage, so their price is skyrocketing. So when feed skyrockets, so does beef and chicken and everything else, pork, Then, like I said, there's another article that said your food prices are at risk. World runs short of workers. People aren't coming in. I heard that there's some meat packing plants here in the U.S. that are offering Apple Watches as an incentive for people to come to work. They're in that same article, UK is dumping milk because they don't have drivers to deliver it. In Vietnam, the soldiers are having to help harvest the rice crop because there's not enough people to harvest it. It's a perfect storm. Everything's rolling in here. And so these articles keep popping up, but the mainstream media is not covering them. And so, not trying to be cynical, but guys, it's time to be prepared. It's time to be that ant. Well, not only could there be another shutdown, but also the other thing you need to look at is the rising prices. The hyperinflation that we're going with now. They're saying 4 or 5% increase, but you see that the UN has said that it's a 33% across the world. It's going to happen here. We're seeing the prices steadily go up. We're seeing the shrinkflation. I'm seeing packages getting smaller and smaller, and the price going up and up. And it continues to rise. And I try to tell people, I say, well, you put food back that'll last for 2, 3, 4, 5 years. What have you lost? Okay, what have you lost? You've got it stored. You've got insurance there of food to eat. And I got a good feeling it's not going to go down. There's very few things I've ever seen go down dramatically in a couple of years. Usually it's going up. And if the hyperinflation keeps up, guys, you're going to be money ahead because our dollar's not buying as much. And that's a whole nother video right there. So you're at this point. I'm telling you the bad news. What's the good news? Well, the good news is you're ahead of the curve. If you're watching this, you're ahead of the curve because you're looking for ways of taking care of your family. And I'll keep saying, if you don't take care of your family, God tells us you're worse than an infidel and unbeliever. There's no worse place to be than right there. You need to take care of your family. You need to take care of yourself and start putting the food up. I'm telling you, if you've got an extra $20, you got an extra $50, you got an extra $100, take it and buy you some food. Start with the staples, man. Start with you some, and I know this sounds cliche with preppers, but start with some beans and rice and put it up. Then get you some protein, man. Get you some tuna and some canned tuna out there, or chicken and beef. You know, we've got videos through here that you can look at. I'll put some up of what you can store to put up. But start putting some basics back. Try to get that food in there, guys. Like I said, you'll run out of canned goods before you run out of bullets. The food storage, it's not as exciting of a prep as buying a new weapon, but it's going to sustain you a whole lot longer. I'm not against purchasing weapons and purchasing ammunition, and that's something you need to look at. But that food is what you need to look at first, because it is going up. We are getting short, and if we have another lockdown, folks, it's going to go. It's going to be catastrophic. It's going to destroy our economy. So listen to this old preacher. Go get you some food and put it up, man. If you don't have any, man, start now. This is the best time. Stop procrastinating. Stop. And I heard somebody last night on a live feed that I was participating in said, "Oh, they've been saying this since the beginning of time." Yeah. I'll just say Y2K and I'll drop the mic because some people prep for Y2K. Well, the Y2K preppers were amateurs, guys. We were doing it way before them. And it's not this doomsday, and I wasn't worried about the computer shutting down. As a matter of fact, it'd probably been a good thing. But I also made the comment to them, Y2K, in '99 when I was buying silver and gold, it was $5 an ounce for the silver and $300 or so for an ounce of gold. And now we're over 30 and over $1,800, I believe, $1,700-$1,800 on the gold. So who's the fool there? But I'll leave that there. I'll drop my mic. But again, this is not prepping for just one major catastrophe could be coming down at you. This is prepping for hard times, man. Put that food back. Guys, I love you. And I pray you're having a great Labor Day. But on this holiday, please think about taking care of your family, because winter is coming. Winter is coming. So until I see you again, I pray God may richly bless you, that you'll continue to stand in that gap. This is the Prepping Preacher, guys. I'm out of here.